Host Bob Evans, the Sausage King, with my co-host Fishing Pole. Today we're going to be talking about sex. We're going to be talking about having sex, doing sex, and you know what? We got a special thing for you today. And I've been watching a lot of an HBO show called Girls, in honor of my next guest, a real live female. She's a girl, and that's what's happening.
Yep, the official podcast of the alt-right has our first female guest. We're
Maoists today. We're doing a whole Chinese thing.
I've decided I am the new Rush Limbaugh. I think he was a little too PC with all the bullshit that he was saying, and I think I could take over and just be like the new face of like conservative talk radio. I feel like we're doing video for the first time. Actually, I feel like
you stand between. But we're not showing this to you. You don't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No. But I think my vibe is kind of like maybe a prepper.
No, you look like fucking Alex Jones in like the early days, like what he was doing in a room. Mm-hmm. But so you think you're the next Rush Limbaugh? Where on that? Where on the spectrum between Rush Limbaugh and Alex Jones are you? Because they're just like kind of insane by different degrees. So like, where do you fall on there?
Conspiracy theories are like kind of gay now because they all became true. So I'd rather just be like a talking head of special interest groups, so I make a lot of money. There's no way Alex Jones made a lot of money, or he's not dead. Rush Limbaugh's dead. Alex Jones probably doesn't make as much money as Rush Limbaugh did.
Oh, no way. Rush Limbaugh had millions. He was huge.
So I think after episode 10 of this podcast, I'm going to become a conservative firebrand and fire you. And
you're going to fire me?
I'm going to fire you.
All right. As long as I get half the money, I don't care if you record my voice or not. I don't need to be on the show as long as I get half of whatever.
You think even if you're not on it, you'll get half?
Well, that's the contract. You didn't read it very well. You didn't read it very well.
I pay. Again, I still pay for everything, dude. I'm bankrolling this whole fucking thing. All right, let's talk some shit about our guests before they come on, man.
Should we do that?
She's fucking stupid, dude. No, I don't know, dude.
Is that like a thing we should be like when we have some really cool guests coming up? We should talk all of them when they come on, like beforehand?
Yeah. So as of this moment in time, we have 3 guests coming up. Today we have a girl. Our next recording we'll have Alex Schultz back on from Be Nice to Me. And then after that, we're going to have FedEx Me Your Drugs, which is this guy on YouTube who runs around. I can't really explain it. He just runs around asking people if they've gotten a vaccine.
He like harasses strangers on the street for some reason.
It's funnier than it sounds. He rocks. He was supposed to be on tonight, actually, but due to a personal tragedy, not a joke, we will have him on when he is comfortable to come
Prayers up for FedEx Me Your Drugs.
It would be an interesting coincidence if the tragedy in his life was caused by coronavirus after making fun of it on his YouTube channel for a year. But let's pray that doesn't happen.
We also have Robert Groin, dude. Don't forget him. He may or may not make an appearance. Robert Groin.
I'm fucking sick of his shit. Robert Groin is a great guy, one of our Patreon listeners. So heads up, if you contribute to the Patreon, if you're
we'll let you come on. Why not?
Yeah, you can also like host it or be a guest or just give us creative. You basically decide what we do. Yeah, but after episode 10, it doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna rebrand as you're gonna be a firebrand and I'm gonna be
a firebrand, dude.
I'm gonna be a Maoist, just talking CCP propaganda. That's what we could do, because you know they used to have Crossfire on NBC. It was like
two disagreeing guys.
Yeah. So you be an insane conspiracy theorist, maniac, alt-right guy, and I'll be like, I'll just say everything the CCP says, like the Chinese Communist Party, and just we'll go at it. I think that's a good idea.
I don't think there's anyone on earth that would like that. Dude. That sounds so fucking stressful listening to that. Just play 2 different YouTube videos at the same time with different opinions. Just as loud as you can and just simulate that. I'm trying to think who would be the alt-right guy. Me, and then on the other hand, you can play Rachel Maddow, who is a Chinese puppet, dumb bitch. Who fucking cares, man? I'm sick of her shit.
Great haircut though.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's a powerful. I mean, I don't know if it looks good on her, but it's a powerful haircut. Like Alec Baldwin has that haircut.
Yeah, they all do. They all have the child. I can't even. I don't know. I don't know how PC I can be, or like I don't know what I can say anymore now that I've decided I'm a conservative firebrand. But we'll talk about that later. We'll see what we say with our first guest, and if that cancels me, bro. You know what I've noticed? Every fucking podcast is about like cancel culture now, and it sucks. Everything is all they talk about is that shit, and it's really fucking boring. Do
they think it's good or do they think it's bad?
No, every podcast is like a shitty comedian going, man, cancel culture is all types of fucked up, dude. I can't say what I want anymore. Don't people understand jokes? Why are you getting offended? And that's it. That's been the same fucking shit for 3 years.
Yeah, shouts out to Tim Dillon for doing that literally every episode. I don't even listen to the show. I've listened to maybe 3 episodes from like disparate times, and like he was saying the same shit he said 4 or 5 years ago, last week. He's just still been like, "You can't say anything, guys," in his fucking fat guy snickering voice.
Is my video still working? I'm frozen on my screen. This is entertaining for the listening.
You do look frozen. Yeah, no, you look frozen.
That's fine. Oh, fuck. The whole Zoom meeting is lagging.
Well,
we will be fine. We are going to recover and then
edit this part out. We got a guest coming, and she's coming on the show right now. And so everyone give a warm round of applause. It's a girl. It's a girl coming on the show, so it's very cool.
Oh yeah, oh no, we can't go it like that. Trump 2021, yeah, he running it back. I just got a call from General Flynn, he told me that's facts. Democrats gonna tell me how you feel about that. Who won Trump won? Who won Trump won? Watermark the baddest 45, the chosen one. You know the fans did it sweet, they was knocking at the front door. Patriots pulling up, knocking on the Capitol. Oh yeah, you know the fans did it sweet, whoa. You know the fans did it sweet.
Let's fucking go, dude. The official podcast of the alt-right and our first female guest, girl.
Gang.
We got a
What's
girl.
up?
Don't do that.
Gross. and our last girl on the podcast. Goodbye, dude. Holy shit.
Jesus. Gang. What are you, like a 13-year-old who listened to rap music for the first time yesterday? What was that?
Oh, be nice. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of criticism from Reddit about how mean we are to our guests, but like, what am I supposed to say?
Oh, I'm supposed to do some housekeeping first. Sorry to keep interrupting you, female. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. All of a sudden now I'm like cautious how the listeners will think. Housekeeping. There's nothing here. 200 people listen to it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, the last one went really well.
Yeah, that one was really good. So because that one was really good, we're gonna give you a real bad one coming up hot, dude.
I'm gonna keep you on your toes. You don't know what kind of guests we're gonna get. This girl, she is not famous for anything. She's just kind of a person we know in our personal lives, and we just invited her on.
Dude, it's just a guest.
Yeah. I was honestly surprised to get that message.
It's it'd be fun.
Have you done anything of note that we should know about, but without revealing your identity?
Anything of note?
You can reveal your identity. You're a guest. Who cares?
If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Have you driven really fast or like done cool shit? Or
I got my car up to 130 once.
That's it. All right. Our guest, a girl who drove really fast. This is sick, dude.
Patrick over here. This is very
without
cool.
crashing.
Without wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you crashed at that speed, it wouldn't be. You wouldn't be here on the pod.
It would mess up that pretty face of yours.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Our guest sent us some things she wants to talk about, which is rude, first of all.
My question...
Go ahead.
My first question, so we picked a girl, and the only girl, probably one of the only girls in the world, who is a eugenicist in 2021.
Oh, yeah.
She recently said, one of my unpopular opinions is that eugenics as a system should be implemented in some sense. My first question to you, girl, is in what sense?
In what sense? So I think that people with certain genetic disorders should not allowed to be born.
Oh my god.
Just put it plainly.
Fucking
I mean, well, if you, if you look, if you look at
shit.
our Iceland, they've almost eradicated Down syndrome. So they.
Yeah, saying eradicated and then following.
This is so fucking more severe. This is so much more severe than I thought it was gonna be.
I mean, it is eugenics.
I don't think it's that radical of an opinion, to be quite honest.
Yeah, in 1930s Germany, it wouldn't be radical. In 2021 America,
I have a question. If you imagine having kids, do you imagine a normal, healthy child, or do you imagine a kid with Down syndrome? And ask yourself how you would feel if you found out that your soon-to-be child would have Down syndrome.
The difference between how I feel and what society at large should be mandated to do are two different things. Like, I don't think that we should be executing the mentally challenged, as you seem to think would be the best case of
Did you
action.
read like too much Ayn Rand and just take it too seriously?
Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand. Oh, listen, I am a conservative. What was I calling my firebrand? So I should know that. Anyway, continue. Why do you have this opinion? You hate people with Down syndrome?
Well, one, I don't think that you would necessarily have to mandate it in the sense all you would have to do is lift restrictions on abortion in certain areas and under certain circumstances, and I think that it would fall into place itself, because I don't think a lot of people would be choosing to have children with, we're using Down syndrome here, I don't think a lot of people would be choosing to have children with Down syndrome.
I feel like,
all right, but like, where do you draw the line? Because like, fine. But, like, what do you, like, is a mild case of Asperger's? If you can detect that in the womb, do you just knock that out? What's your line?
Well, I mean, you have to have some type of quantifiable, first of all, the line has to be quantifiable. With Down syndrome, it is a chromosomal disorder, right? So you know for sure it's binary. Either they have it or they don't. Mm-hmm. Asperger's, autism, that's a spectrum.
Should we kill them?
What causes it? There's a lot of environmental.
This is not the podcast I thought I was going to be having.
Where did you find
when I found a girl to get on the when I put the charm out there and I lured a girl onto this podcast, I did not think we were going to get a fucking concentration camp guard or whatever the fuck it is that this chick does for a living.
Hey, so you put your charm out there and this is what you got. So maybe you should be a little concerned about. This
is a fucking nightmare. So the only girl that's gonna be on the podcast ever is a eugenicist who is super like pro late term abortion. What the fuck?
Late term abortion.
Yeah, like if they're a retard, you probably think you should be able to abort them at any time, huh? What the fuck?
I'm a eugenicist with standards, okay? I don't think that you should wait. I think it's irresponsible to wait until.
I'm about to become a conservative firebrand with you, buddy. This is fucked up. I don't like this at all.
I thought I was until you. I'm just you got me fucked up.
Until
I don't know.
Is this liberalism turned into Nazism, or is this just so far right that we can't even?
Well, like I tell people, it really depends on the issue.
I'm like trucker conservative. You're like Goering. You're just like a fucking psychopath. But that's cool.
I don't think it's a conservative issue.
It's a human issue.
Listen, I have a question. Did you ever see the movie Conspiracy? It was an HBO movie.
No, I didn't.
It's Stanley Tucci. He plays Adolf Eichmann, and a bunch of other. Colin Firth is in it. They're all Nazis, and they get together and they discuss how to exterminate the Jews. And I was just wondering, like, when you saw that movie for the first time, or if you see that movie, are you going to be like jacked up about it? Because that seems kind of where this is going.
Because what I'm saying is,
well, like if they were talking about,
those people are already alive.
No, but if they were talking about like people who had, cognitive disorders, would you be just like getting jazzed up about? No,
I think that's morally reprehensible. What I'm talking about is before they're born, and not late term abortion either. So you catch it early.
Shouldn't you be like more into like how to like give blowjobs with ice cubes or some shit? Like,
well, I mean, I don't think every girl. That's sexist. I resent that.
Actually, I do have a question.
The woman respecter is logged on, and I find that
God.
I did have a
can't
guy on
handle
a date
this.
recently say something
sucks.
about like, oh, normally girls like pink, and then apologize, be like, I don't mean that in like a toxic masculinity way. And I
Yuck. What the fuck?
I
Yo,
had to
you
be
were-
like, it's okay. You don't
These
have
are
to
like
do
old
that.
potato.
Did you drive her
chips and-
back home to her house? That sucks, dude. What
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck?
like not getting a second date.
What's that guy's fucking deal? Why
I don't
is
know.
he just afraid of offending people he goes out on dates with? Or
I
do you
guess
think there was
so.
a catalyst in his life that has to make him preemptively apologize for
I don't know.
saying
There was also a moment where
cool
he,
shit?
where he was talking about how his parents, voted for Donald Trump, and then was like, "Oh, I don't.
Nice.
I mean, I didn't vote for him. I think he's insane." I was like, "I don't care who your parents voted for, and I'm not
Yeah, who
like
gives a shit?
judging you either." And then the whole toxic masculinity comment came up, and I was like, "Okay, number one, you're not getting a second date. Number two, you're a fucking douchebag."
Yeah, that guy was gonna murder you eventually.
You
dude.
know what? He tried to go in. You can
Tried to do
tell
what?
if there's like gonna be a kiss at the end of a date.
Yeah.
Clearly there was
I
not,
can.
and he like went in for it when knowing that it wasn't like the vibe wasn't there. It was really awkward. It was awful.
Would you just start
Yeah.
talking about eugenics the minute he went in to kiss you?
I think I always had a hard time with that. Like I never knew when the kiss was supposed to happen. So I would like hold hands for too long, and then by the time I
Yeah.
went in for the kiss, it was like it was too late, and I missed my window.
This dude
that
just
happened.
holding hands trying to get kissed. What the fuck?
Yeah. When you go on dates, you try to get closer to the person. And
What's your
typically-
name
unlike
this
you,
episode?
It's Bob Evans, aka the Sausage.
Bob
King.
Evans, dude, that sucks. That's the worst thing you've ever said. You admitted to holding hands with girls live on the podcast. That
God,
sucks,
I'm so
dude.
sorry that I like,
Got him.
All right,
Got
well, let's move on from your fucking whatever you're doing here. Your final
I think that
solution.
you guys are mischaracterizing my views. But let's
I don't
No.
think we are.
No,
I think
you-
we're characterizing them accurately.
You stated your position for like 3 minutes, and I
Let me ask you
didn't
a
know
question.
what to say. I was so taken aback.
If I came over to your house right now and I lifted up your sleeve, would there be like a blood type tattoo like they gave to the SS soldiers back in 1945 or whatever? Would
do
there
I have
be?
to answer this?
You don't have to. No, it's just. But
No,
your silence says a lot.
I'm gonna choose not to answer.
All right, yeah. Let's move on to a new
Something
top-
safer.
talk. Hey, Bob, do you think, have you heard that movie theaters are opening back up, my man?
So I got the wrong notes because I got nothing on movie theaters in here. But are they opening back up?
Okay, so Bob Evans, have you heard that movie theaters are opening back up?
I had not heard that, but you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now. AMC it's a perfect product.
I don't
love
care. Just answer my question in one
no, I
word so you
haven't.
can set me up for what I
No,
want to do.
I haven't heard. I haven't heard. I'm sorry.
All right, let's start from the beginning. Hey, Bob, have you heard movie theaters are opening back up?
No, fishing pole. I haven't heard that. Yeah, I'm gonna be clear. That is getting cut out. No.
You
I'm
guys
not.
really, my eugenics talk.
No, the eugenics talk's fine because it's at least a conversation.
No,
That's-
mine's fine. Dude, mine's fine. That joke fucking rocked. I don't know if that was even a joke. All right, so we're moving on, dude.
Yeah, can you give me a timestamp real quick? What time? So start. I gotta take notes. There's gonna be a lot of shit.
It's like 17 minutes in or 20 minutes in. Dude, you're really gonna delete that? That joke rocked. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete the joke where you said yes.
Fresh off having to delete a cool joke that I just told, that Butthurt Bob is cutting out of the episode because he can't fucking handle humor. Anyway, since I tried to change the topic last, what are you thinking, Robert? Fucking bitch.
I got a note here. It says that you think cheese is expensive.
Yeah, I can't even expand on it. Gay and expensive. Yeah. What do you
I'm
think?
gonna go ahead. I'm
female?
gonna go ahead and disagree, but go ahead, girl.
The strong disagree. Strong disagree.
That's good.
Cheese goes well with a lot of different things, and there's a lot of different kinds of cheese.
Yeah, if you.
It doesn't make it. It's
see,
it's expensive.
What
and
it
it's
sounds
gay
like to me, you sound poor.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you do. You sound
No,
poor.
I'm not. It's expensive. I have other shit to spend money on.
Girl, how much do you make a year
Oh, I
after
make
taxes?
$5 million a year after taxes.
Oh,
so
wow.
she makes $28,000 a year. It's a very cool job.
I make 10 grand a year. Actually, I'm starving.
Ooh.
This isn't even my place that I'm doing this podcast in. I just snuck into somebody's house. There were no cars out front, so.
I'm just still upset that you're going to delete that joke, but we can keep moving on. Hey, listener, if you want to DM me on SoundCloud so I can tell you the secret joke that has been edited out of this podcast that only you. Hey, oh no, I got a better idea. Hey, give me like $100 a month on Patreon, and you can hear the secret joke, dude. Anyway, cheese, stupid, expensive. I've been doing this other thing where I just don't fucking eat. I think that's pretty sick. I don't eat till like 9 p.m. because if I don't eat during the workday, it makes me feel sharper and more on edge. Of course, there's like underlying extreme anger, but since I started working like a consistent 9 to 5, sometimes 9 to 6.
Wow.
Yeah, hard. I don't know why.
That's very cool, man. I like that.
Yeah, when it's busy, dude. Sometimes clock out early, man. You know, I don't know. I'm rich. Anyway, I don't eat till like 9 or 10 o'clock, and I keep feeling like getting physically ill every day. It's
Eat
pretty
some
cool.
cheese.
No, I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, so you got fucking. I have IBS, so this food and this food and this.
You literally have some type of bowel bullshit, don't you? You said something. You have
I've never said anything.
No, what I'm hearing is you have a strong bias against cheese, and you're trying to make this claim that cheese sucks and it's also expensive. But we can't eat it anyway.
What do you think we should do to people who like cheese? How about what do you think we should do to lactose intolerant people if we find out they're lactose intolerant in the womb? What do you think we should be able to do?
Hang them in the public square.
Ooh, I like that.
Very cool.
You guys got quiet, like you thought I was serious.
I'm thinking about
you have been talking about how you want to like fucking go up to pregnant women and like put a gun to their fucking stomachs and start shooting them.
That's a little on the nose. That's a little on the nose. That would get some bad PR. We couldn't do that.
All right, one guy said he really liked from last week when we did tax talk. So let's do tax talk again. You do your taxes?
I pay somebody to do my taxes.
Okay, that's
shit.
Good for you, but why?
Nice.
It takes like 10 minutes.
I just don't feel like doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good to know how to do stuff. Do you not feel pride like for learning how to do something?
Well, I also have family members who are accountants, so I pay them a very small amount of money, and then they do my taxes for me.
Are you a Jewish eugenicist? Started to cry while you guys were having sex, and I had to log out. I think it's my new Chinese webcam. But who gives a shit? Whatever.
Yeah, if you're gonna buy a webcam, you better buy American.
There are no American webcams. Dude.
Mine is probably from America because I'm a patriot, unlike you.
What you're saying is you hate America.
I love America.
Bought a Chinese webcam.
Dude, this thing, the manual didn't even have an English translation. It was just Chinese. It fucking sucks. It was on Amazon as 1080p camera, and it was like $26. So I was like,
if you can't read that, you traitor.
Yeah, there's a great bit though on that on 30 Rock where like Tina Fey is like, these pants were made in USA, and then Alec Baldwin just comes like, no, actually they were made in a Vietnamese slave colony called USA. And so you guys should check out that show, 30 Rock, NBC, Thursday night.
Shouts
out 30 Rock.
30 Rock, great.
My favorite is when it says designed in the USA, designed in the USA. So it's just like, okay, so the people who are paying to manufacture it live in the United States.
No, a white girl from New Haven, a white girl from New Haven who went to FIT designed these, but slave children in Myanmar made them.
Yeah, and then got some legal definition of designed in the USA get
Are
that
these
on.
more 30 Rock jokes? We should have a segment every week and we just talk
No,
about 30 Rock.
these are straight off the dome.
Oh, God, you guys are fucking quick, dude. I thought you guys were just saying
Quick.
30 Rock jokes. Holy shit.
hanging
If
out.
you guys make me leave while you have sex again, I'm going to be so fucking pissed off, dude.
What is this? What is this note? Zillow buying homes. What is that?
So Zillow buys up people's homes, so you can sell your home directly through Zillow to another person, to an individual, or you can sell your home to Zillow.
What's that stock price doing on that news? What is that?
That's fucking demonic.
However, the data has come out recently that Zillow buys houses at much less than market value.
Well, that's kind of like cash for your home signs, but just
Exactly.
now a demon is doing it. That's
You
richer
wanna
than
hear-
the average guy.
You want to hear some hedge fund talk? I was short Zillow when it was at about 35 a share. I lost like $1,000 trying to bet against it. Anyway, it is right now trading about $160 a share. So whatever they're doing, you're wrong. They're doing a good job.
It's not gonna
No. What I'm
last.
saying is they are doing a good job of what they do, but at the same time, so if you have that issue, and then you also have the issue where, in my city anyway, you have a bunch of large companies buying up a lot of the single-family homes and renting them out, and it is driving housing prices up, and it also is. They're awful landlords to their
Oh,
tenants.
you poor thing. Just make more money. Just
know,
make
I
more
know.
money.
Get a
Huh?
better
Have you tried
job.
that? Get a
You
better
try pulling
job.
yourself up by your
You
bootstraps.
should. They do that where I live in somewhere south of the Mason-Dixon line. They buy up all the houses and rent them to college kids and ruin neighborhoods with college kids. And I
Yes.
say, good. I
But the thing is, what with Zillow, what makes it even more interesting is they've already established themselves as this real estate analytics transaction company.
Yeah.
So they have all of the analytics on the real estate market, and
What's-
they are very selective about the homes that they buy. There's certain metrics that they don't.
What's the end game, though? Just be the world's biggest landlord and buy shit for cheap?
To
Well,
turn
no.
around and sell them to turn a profit, obviously, but also it could turn into a situation where they're holding all the equity
Oh,
in a certain area
Oh, that
because they've
sucks.
bought up all of the.
and they
But
adjust
they
the
put themselves.
prices
I mean, they don't have like. I don't know how liquid of a company they are. So I mean, like
So,
the situation they could really find themselves in is that they. I mean, the market right now is so fucking inflated. If they're buying up houses now, they could find themselves in 5 years fucked to death on like all these
true.
pricing. Any housing dip could fucking destroy them. So
that is true, but they also have all the analytics on that. I'm sure that they have their fingers in the loan industry as well.
Figures
So
of the
So,
housing market pussy.
I wanna say that that was horrifying. that was fucking sucked. But I would say that like
Woo! Let's fucking go.
I heard an Adam Curtis interview or soundbite or something recently, and basically his point was like that Google or not Google, eBay, right? They were advertising on Google, and some guy came in. He's like, "Let's just stop advertising on Google for 3 months to see what happens."
Yep.
And then he did it, and nothing happened. And then they did it again for 3 more months, and then nothing happened. And you think Google's like got all this shit figured out. Anyone who says they've got all the analytics and got everything figured out, they're fucking full of shit. And Zillow having these analytics, well, we've marketed the corner market. It doesn't fucking matter because
It really does it. I agree.
there's the entirety of like say Brooklyn was a shithole 20 years ago. It was fucking
Still
awful.
is, in my opinion, but go ahead.
It is for different reasons now.
It's a more expensive.
that is
shit,
true, but I wouldn't necessarily say that the advertising market is a one-to-one with the housing market as far as.
No, I wouldn't say it's 1-to-1 on that, but I mean, what do they know about what's going? Like, I don't know how good are they for those loans? How good are they for the mortgages that they're paying?
That's true. That's true.
Like-
I guess my point was, if
'Cause
you have all
the loaner is not going to get fucked. Like I promise you, whatever bank is underwriting all of these fucking loans that Zillow has to take out to buy these houses, they will not get fucked by this until Zillow is like ground into fucking powder. They will not let that happen.
No, I guess my point was more so since they've been accumulating this data for so long, and obviously when you get that amount of data, you can see the macro trends throughout, different housing markets and across different housing markets. So that affects the metrics by which they choose to buy homes and where they choose to buy these homes.
Sure.
So in those areas, it can drive the prices up, and then they also hold on to all of the equity in that area. So as far as what it does to local economies or, regional economies, that's yet to be seen. It would make an interesting thesis. When are they going to pass these stimulus checks? Do you guys have any idea?
Never. Get
Never.
fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked.
Never.
Put echo on my voice. Get fucked. Get fucked.
Everyone's getting so amped because the House passed it. I'm like, bro, the House passed it. That's the one that doesn't matter.
House full of idiots, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, we're never getting that money.
I have a friend who's from out of the country, and they're living here on visa, and they're like, well, I passed the House, so they passed it, right? And I was like, oh,
no.
Honey.
Oh, what, do you forget that Mitch McConnell exists? Joe Manchin, all these fucking guys?
Dude,
there's no way.
Mitch McConnell went fucking sicko mode yesterday. He said the fucking man himself said he would back Trump if he ran in 2024.
Oh, yeah.
Rocks.
Well, if you listen closely, they asked him if that was the party's candidate. I think he's in a weird position because he has to back the party. He will always back the party. Maybe
That's
not.
smart. Because he doesn't bite the hand.
He's a party man. Well, he also doesn't want Trump to start like the coolest third party of all time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Did you see that video fucking of Roger Stone dancing to the rapper? That was
Roger Stone rocks. Roger Stone is one of my favorite people
90 years
in the
old,
entire world. Dude, I sincerely think Roger Stone is the coolest dude on earth. I bought a subscription to Audible because I didn't want to purchase his book. I wanted to listen to him read it. And it was awesome. It was called,
he read his own audiobook?
Yeah, it's called Stone's Rules. And there's 100 rules. And none of some of them are good. They're attack, never defend ever. So that does line up with what he does. But others were your pants should be really baggy and unless you're a gay guy. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And he's talking about how to tailor suits, and then you go back and you juxtapose his advice in the book with he dresses like a Batman villain in real life. You're like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Yeah, but in that video you're talking about, he's dancing at CPAC with a rapper to the Trump won, Trump is your president guy, and he's vibing. It looks cool, dude.
When was CPAC? Was that tonight or the night before?
It's still going on.
So did you see? They apparently their stage was in the shape of an old Nazi rune, and it was so. And I looked at the stage and it looked kind of like the rune, but also I just feel I don't know how else were you going to shape the stage.
What the fuck is a rune shape? What is that?
It's called what the fuck was it called? Hold on, I'm gonna have to go into the hood and get this.
Was the stage shaped irregularly for the space?
Yeah.
I mean, not really. Here, I'll send a picture to you guys right now. They called it an odal rune, which I don't know what that is.
Listener, while you're listening, Google runes.
Odal rune. ODAL rune. And I mean, it looks. Okay. And then if you want, actually, here's another picture. There's a picture of an SS. Here's a picture of an SS guy with it on his. But on his lapel. There's a picture.
I've seen this a million times. I mean, think about it. There's not that many ways to design a stage that have two ways to come in.
No, right. To me, that doesn't look that. I mean, I don't know. The thing in the center, I guess, makes it kind of. But also, it's just. Sick. I think it's just good graphic design, and nobody knew what they were doing.
I think it looks awesome.
I agree. I think they're going to need
4 entrances next time.
Yeah, I don't think these people are the scholars who know what the fucking SS rune
No, it's just Daily Beast SS idiots who screech at it.
A very obscure rune.
But also, how many instances throughout history has this particular geometric shape come about and been used for various things?
The alt-right has a new shape, and it's terrifying. It's called a square with L's attached.
It's actually a rhombus. You fucking
The rhombus is the new symbol of the alt-right.
The rhombus is a symbol of hate.
Dude, we should make... Oh, dude, can we make a logo? Do we know anyone who does graphic design?
If you know graphic design, give us a shout-out.
Listener, DM me. I respond to everything. There's been one guy...
DM us on Twitter, bro.
If you can make a swastika with "Please talk to me,"
no, don't do that.
Each one of the arms of the swastika, and just send it to me for my personal use.
Actually, if you graphic design, DM me, please.
Yeah, if you know graphic design, please DM the woman on our podcast. Picture of your graphically designed.
You're girl number one and also the last girl. I don't think we're ever going to get another girl on this podcast again.
I don't think either of us know one. I personally.
That's the thing. I don't know any girls.
They asked 500 people, 500 other girls before I finally said.
Yeah, and we got a cool eugenicist. Very cool.
It's telling.
Yeah, back to the stimulus. I think it rocks that on the Georgia fucking God. I'm afraid of being censored by a cowboy asshole over here with everything I say after what happened earlier. Listeners, if you want to end censorship on Fishing Pole, please comment on the SoundCloud free speech now. Anyway, yeah, that $2,000 check is fucking not happening, even though the Demon Rats in Georgia campaign on it. There was literally a billboard.
Did you call them the Demon Rats?
Yeah, I did. Dude, on the billboards in Georgia, it literally said, vote for us if you want $2,000.
Yeah, no.
How is that not just, it's lying, I guess. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not just a bribe, it's a lie, which kind of sucks.
Well, also, the two people who ran, the two Democrats who ran in Georgia, they're senators, but also they're freshman senators. I'm not sure how much power they wield.
No, it doesn't matter. They have votes. They each have a vote. So
that's true.
It doesn't matter. But my real conspiracy brain turns. It's the Democrats don't want to do this, but they need to look like they want to do it. So what they do is they have guys like Joe Manchin, who's a Democrat. And all right, Joe, it's your turn to do the job. You got to help the Republicans beat us here because we're going to do a controlled opposition thing where the Republicans look like they are the bad guys and we're the good guys, but we're just really
dude. All the fucking party libtards I know, dude, they were all like, "Oh no, the $2,000 and the $15 can't pass because the House parliamentarian." I was like, "You fucking idiot, dude! Have you ever heard the word parliamentarian before MSNBC 2 days ago?" They're like, No, they can't add it. It's like a technical error. I was like, dude, if the Republicans wanted it, they would have added it into the bill and wrote, "Fuck you, suck our dicks forever," and it would have passed. Dude, they don't want the $15 either. The Democrats don't want it, dude. They don't want you to have money. They want you poor forever.
Well, the thing is in the Democratic
they are morally.
You have the neo-libs, and then you have the true leftists. So you have
There's no true leftists. There's no true leftists. You think AOC is a leftist?
Those are
Bernie
leftist is like a hobby.
Bernie, maybe.
Bernie is a fucking loser, dude. I'm sick of
Bernie, maybe, but AOC not at all.
Bernie is an establishment Democrat.
Because no one who likes attention that much actually has any other human beings well-being in mind.
I don't know. Yeah. So with the stimulus thing, what I was thinking about is these stimulus checks for a lot of people are just going to go straight to the credit cards, the credit card companies, because people have been living on credit for so long. What do we get? $2,000. It was $2,400 for a year of unemployment and pandemic.
We got
that's my rent for 1 week.
No, you got $2,000 in stimulus checks so far, $1,800. Sorry, $1,800 in stimulus checks, and then you got that extra $600 a week, which was how many weeks?
That was a ton of money. People are forgetting that happened.
No, that was a ton of money, but Canada, a pathetic not country that exists. Is somehow giving everyone $2,000 a month? No. America's got to be better than that. We got to win in every single category.
I agree. And the thing is, though, a huge issue, a lot of people who didn't lose their jobs, their hours were cut down so much that they couldn't make ends meet.
Those are the people that got truly fucked. The people that worked through COVID, I got laid off in March. and made just like laid off from a part-time job, and then the unemployment was more than I made at a part-time job, and everyone who still had their job had like 1 hour a week of work.
Yeah,
While I was getting like $800 a week to do nothing.
Well, I was helping my brother pay his rent because he worked full time while going to school, but his hours got cut in half, even though his job was essential. So they had to accommodate everybody, and they weren't going to lay anybody off, or they weren't going to, fire anybody. So he essentially.
Yeah, I mean, working at a hedge fund like I do, it is essential.
Bob, you're gonna need to learn a lot more about unemployment after episode 10, and I become that conservative firebrand.
Bro, you're gonna want me. You're gonna want a money guy on your team. I'm telling you.
I don't want a money guy.
You do want a money guy. No,
I don't need a money guy
to give you numbers on why being conservative is better and why poor people actually deserve whatever they're going through. But
I don't think that's money guy advice is stupid. Dude, if we got $2,000 just like the Canadians, I do think it disincentivizes. Like, I know this is. I don't get how the eugenicist doesn't agree with me, but $2,000 a month disincentivizes like working. 100%.
No, it does, but what I'm not saying that. One, realistically, if we look at jobs that actually do anything, there aren't enough of them. So I mean, most jobs are fucking fake anyway. So like,
my job is fake. I don't know what the fuck I do, dude.
I mean, I perform alchemy on numbers.
I look at Excel and then another program, and boom, make money happen, and people pay for that.
Yeah, but no, like, I don't think, right, like, if you work, you don't get that 2,000, but like, I don't know, if you're fucking, this shit destroyed like so many people's lives because of this fucking bullshit lockdown to protect 85-year-old people who are all going to be dead anyway, and destroyed the like livelihoods of so many people, and gave all that capital went straight to fucking Amazon and all these shithole companies.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, all my favorite bars are closed for good. Those are the real cash.
Worse. Like,
it's gone. New York City has turned into a giant Dwayne Reed. Los Angeles is still on fire from the race war riots. Dude, it's never going to end, bro. We live in fucking hell now.
He's
over there building his ark, collecting animals.
Yeah, no, dude.
I'm not picking either of you up, dude.
I was in Philadelphia recently. It looks like fucking. It looks indistinguishable.
Is it boarded up still?
No, it looks indistinguishable from a fucking shopping mall. It sucks.
Dude.
It used to be scary and cool. Now it just fucking blows.
Now it's like scary and deserted. Like, I feel like every street is just a dark alley, bro. That sounded kind of deep. Every street is a dark alley.
All right, you know what's cool though?
What?
Not talking about politics. Let's talk about dating. Who are you fucking on the internet, girl?
Girl? Oh, I'm not fucking anybody on the internet at the moment.
DM me on SoundCloud for our guest's personal information and address.
Yeah, we'll give you her Tinder.
Applications for an e-boyfriend, so DM them. We'll see what happens. But no, I feel like especially with the pandemic, everyone getting Discords and Zoom memberships, Microsoft Teams, living their lives online. I wonder how many relationships have blossomed in these times for people who would have never been a viable option in the first place.
I don't know. I'm engaged, so none of this matters. But I think I was just like too depressed in like March and April. Zoom sucks, like compared to everything. I don't know, but there's tons of people who it works for. I don't know. You talking about people that like fell in love during the pandemic? How fucking lame is that? That's cool.
I don't know. You know what though? I mean, it is like I feel like, right, like if you started hooking up with somebody in like March of 2020, and then you just had to spend like 6 weeks together, you decided real quickly if that was going to be like a 5-year relationship or it was over.
Yeah.
That's probably a pretty cool like thing to do, is to just like fuck 19 times a day for 6 weeks and then decide whether or not you actually like each other. And then,
or you could be like you and like hold a girl's hand once in March and then you're still in love with her a year later. You haven't seen each other since. That's what you did. That's what you did. You held a girl's hand in March.
Yeah.
Aww.
Last March.
This
will probably come out in March. This
No, this was
episode
going to come
we're
out
recording.
on. Oh, I guess it's the 27th right now. So I guess it will come out.
February has 28 days.
It'll get out tomorrow. We're gonna make it February.
Oh hell yeah, brother!
All right. What else do we got? We got.
Oh, New Jersey, they passed new cannabis legislation.
Disgusting.
Oh yeah, Jersey.
Disgusting.
Well,
It's so fucking dumb.
Well, the interesting thing is what they're going to be doing is they're going to be taking 70% of the revenue that comes from cannabis and re-injecting it back into their poorest, their most run-down communities.
Boo!
And then they have also tied to the cannabis legalization legislation, they've tied in people who were busted for like misdemeanor, pot, like, possession charges, things like that. Those are all going to be, what's the word?
Expunged.
Expunged. Something, yeah.
Expunged. All the charges for pending cases are going to be dropped.
The part you just said, I like it sucks.
Why
go to jail.
Why not the felonies?
I think it might be felonies as well. I'm not sure though.
They're too felonious.
Yeah, I want to say because it gave the numbers on how many. I gave an estimation on how many cases, and the number seemed too low for there not to be certain parameters that were written in the legislation. So as far as the parameters go, I'm assuming it's misdemeanors and maybe D felonies or something like that. As far as like if you're walking around with like get busted with like 5 pounds of marijuana.
Yeah, you should go to jail in that case. I personally have an unpopular opinion that isn't eugenics involved. I still think weed should be illegal in every state. It is completely the culture around it has made it seem like acceptable to do all the time, and I don't think the negative health effects of it, like everyone laughs them off. Like it is bad. Like think about it. It is bad to smoke weed if you have like a mental illness. There's so much on paper and so many studies that like smoking weed can like set off bipolar or a schizoaffective disorder or any of that shit. So I don't think it should be legal, and I think potheads are really fucking annoying. But go ahead.
I'm going to disagree slightly because I do agree with a lot of your points that one, there are a lot of negative effects of weed that no one talks about, and two, potheads. Oh my fucking god, you shut up.
Yeah, you want more of them? You want that to happen all the time?
But if you would. Oh my god, that cat is loud, bro.
Holy fuck, dude. I had to throw it in front of the microphone. I'm sorry. Listeners, I just threw a cat in front of my fucking computer on webcam. Okay.
So, no, I think that, opioids, though, should be illegal. And if you put weed in there, yeah, I get it, dude. You like to fucking pop a bunch of perks and...
Just chilling, dude.
Jerk off slowly.
But people know the negative health consequences of that. Everyone yes, they do. Everyone I know from every single person I went to high school with is now dead. Every single one of them from opiates.
Well, they know
something like that. Or they were trying. Yeah, they know the negative effects, and I do. So everyone I know is fucking dead from fentanyl and opioids. Everyone I know is dead from fentanyl and opioids and all of that shit. So people do know the danger. So now that everyone you know is dead, you can do them recreationally. Like for me, I use zero drugs, but if I were going to, it would be opioids without fentanyl.
There was a kid in my high school. He died of a fentanyl overdose. But I remember when I was in 9th grade, I got grounded for I don't know what I did. Yeah, no, I got grounded for some reason. And that kid who died, I remember him saying we were 15. He says, "Yo, you should just beat the shit out of your mom. You should beat the fuck." I did that, and I'm fine now. And I was like, I really gotta. I don't think I can hang out with you anymore. I don't want to say you're a bad influence, but you're not great. You're not great to be around.
Not unwise.
I feel like just being around you is probably not good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say everyone I know that died is a loser, but like 90% of them were losers.
So I have a question for you. So is the goal, so legalization legislation, is the goal to reduce the number of people who have problems or, seek medical attention for the negative side effects or die from these addictions, or is the goal, what is the goal? What as far as when you say you don't want it to be legalized, there are these negative effects and these people have died, should legislation
Wait, are you saying for opioids or for weed?
No, for weed.
either or?
Oh, for opioids, they're it's heroin. So it's
Yeah,
They
I know
actually,
No,
some
no,
of
I'm
them
saying-
help
I'm
people.
yeah, but not.
But should the
All right,
goal
imagine
be
this. Your leg is broken. Ow, I'm in so much fucking pain. Here, take a pain pill. Problem solved.
Funny story.
Sure.
When I was 18 years old, I got into a very bad car accident. I was airlifted to the hospital.
Anyway, so you guys know Syria. We're bombing Syria again. We're back in business, baby. America.
Let's go.
You're
Let's
turning
fucking go,
all
dude.
around.
Biden fucking rocks,
Listeners,
dude.
this is what happens when you're girl number one on the podcast.
That's getting canceled. You love being here. Shut up. You're gonna delete that. You love being here. This is your favorite podcast.
Dude, this podcast is going to be a war of me versus... Oh, shit.
Just give me a time.
God damn it. 42 minutes in. After, I don't know, dude. I don't know. There's no
That's
idea.
all right. That's all right. It's a
All
war
right.
between you and me.
Yeah, it's a war between Fishing Pole versus Bob Evans. A war of free speech and censorship.
Well,
I
I'm
will
just
not
out
be
here-
silenced. And I know the
I'm not
listeners
here.
are on my side. On free speech, at least.
That's good. Yeah, they don't. That's why my name will never be spoken. On
My
this,
name is never... It doesn't matter.
It's
What?
also that you guys had like 200. Are you still recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I got
Yes.
a whole thing to go.
Please
through.
compliment us on how many listeners we had while we're recording. I would love that, actually.
I was
No,
impressed.
I'm
I was
sincere.
impressed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We're very popular now.
Well, very is a
It's-
strong word, but I feel good.
Very
For sure.
is a strong word, but like
I want to say
be
this,
at the top
this
for this
has
long.
this has been significantly worse than the last episode, but the last episode was very good.
Yeah,
So
I think
mean,
this
it
is a
feels
good
like
episode.
it feels like when you look at a chart, right? When it goes straight up for a while, it has to dip back down, and then it can go back up again. And so,
Yeah.
Can you two lovebirds keep the convo going while I grab another beer?
yeah, do what you got to do, man.
We'll do our best.
Um,
We'll do our best.
Very cool. I can't explain the last thing that we were going to talk about, but Syria bombs, very cool.
A lot of people are kind of up in arms about this, but if you look at the place where we bombed Syria, I don't really think it's that big of a deal, to be honest.
Why did it look like the rest of Syria?
We bombed the east part of Syria on the Iraq border, which is where, honestly, the rebels that we were funding beforehand have
This is the YPG. Who is this?
Geopolitical issues with girls.
with girl number one and number last, whichever.
Nah, we'll get another better, smarter girl on here later. Don't
There
worry.
you go. There you go.
Yeah,
You
like a
could-
blonde one. That would
Yeah,
be cool.
blonde would be cool. Redhead, some interesting.
Imagine that, dude. Imagine if this
fighter.
podcast gets so successful where
We
we
got
just
like
get
Christina
to choose.
Hendricks. Christina
Oh,
Hendricks
dude.
is on. Wow.
Yeah. Then we
I
start
loved her
doing
in
the
Mad Men.
podcast
That
in
was
person.
cool.
Yeah. All right, dude. So if we get Christina Hendricks on the podcast, then we buy a podcast studio and we hang out with her.
Yeah. We hang out with her, and then me and you kiss, so she thinks we're
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, and she gets real jealous.
She
She
gets
leaves her
jealous.
husband.
And yeah, her husband. You know what? Her husband's ugly as shit. He looks like a frog.
Really?
Yeah. Look up. I forget his name. He's an actor. He's in shit, but he is so fucking ugly.
He has money.
No,
Yeah.
she's just an actress.
Husband.
Yeah.
Jeffrey
Aaron.
Aaron. Jeffrey Ain. Oh, Jesus Christ. I
I guess
say
they're not
this.
married anymore.
He
They got
looks
divorced.
So no, he looks like another. What is he?
He
Kind of looks like you.
he looks like Gollum.
He doesn't
Like-
look like either of us.
Have you seen like Lord of the Rings when Gollum is transforming from like a person into Gollum? Like he looks like the in between phase. Like his hair is all sinewy. He looks
Yeah, yeah, he does.
Oh, God.
Dude, his face is like melting off of his head. It's awful.
Yeah.
All right, so the last thing we wanted to talk about, though, this was my topic. It's called gang stalking. And are you guys familiar at all or no?
No, I'm not.
No.
So
What is
I guess
that?
gang stalking, right, is like the belief that it's like borderline schizophrenic, but it's the belief that like you are being followed not just by like one person, but like by an organized group of people who are committed to following you and disturbing you by like, you know, either playing their radios really loud outside or like doing stuff, but they will never like physically accost you. They're trying to psychologically torture you.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about it, right, is that like if you go on like Reddit or you go into like any of these communities,
Reddit
like, yeah, Reddit alert, that it's you know, there's like a lot of confirmation bias, like a lot of people who believe in gang stalking pumping up other people who believe in gang stalking, and so it's almost like a new prototype for like a new type of mental illness where it's not just schizophrenia, but it's like group schizophrenia.
It's like evolved paranoia.
I'm honestly going to be honest. As you described it, I feel like it's happening to me.
Well,
I'm thinking of everything that happened today, and it's all like, kind of adding up. Oh shit!
I think that's also like a product though of like how fast information gets around now, and then just the idea that, you know, you do kind of always feel like you're being watched online or like in just in general, and so there's like a base level of paranoia that's acceptable, but then there's this other thing that's going on. As the base level rises, the other thing gets crazier and crazier. Though.
So in these particular forums, what are they titled specifically? Like, is it?
Well, there's like there's r/gang stalking. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
What? I can't think of a better idea than if you think you're being gang stalked to go on a Reddit
where other people are. Dude, my new hobby is going on r/gang stalking and DMing people who are like posting. Just saying, like, dude, I'm on your street, man. Look down the end of it, bro.
All right, here's a post from 8 hours ago. I don't want to sound selfish. I don't like it, but I feel like everyone knows about me. Nobody just talked about it openly. Till a couple of weeks ago, I was worried if I would ever end up alone, but I don't think that's the case because I feel like everyone's watching me and won't stop anytime soon. Some people on the internet are kind, some mean, but I feel monitored at all times. So do you know about me? Or do the victims not know about each other? Do you feel like the center of the world is your experience more private? Like that shit is insane.
I wonder if these people have always been around, but we are just now able to. They just now have a medium in which they can post these.
Well, I'm sure, right? Like a paranoid schizophrenic has existed for as long as, you know, whatever.
No, Jews invented it recently.
Yeah. Very cool. No, I mean, like that's existed for a while, but the idea that they would be confirming one another, right?
Yeah.
Like that they're so paranoid and schizophrenic that they actually just start to believe everyone's story, and there's a group narrative to it.
It's a reinforcement.
They're just kind of positive affirmations, in my opinion.
It functions as an echo chamber in which, you know, it's its own type of. Like an analogy would be what, like global warming, where have these
theories.
These theories, these conversations, they feed off each other, and it just like gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and they just get deeper and
more
deeper
and more fake and more fake.
But
I like that metaphor.
But like if I mean, like you don't see this.
Talking is fake like global warming.
Take like something like depression. You're like,
never heard of it.
I don't see the point. I want to kill myself. Whatever.
Like
if you have a forum like this, that's not really a belief so much as it is just like a feeling.
Yeah.
Where these are like, I believe that there is a concrete thing with evidence that these people are following me and doing this specific evil behavior to me. And then for that to be reinforced is like, I don't know, it's fucking crazy.
It's interesting that Reddit will purge certain subreddits that they deem or feel to be dangerous or spreading harmful ideas.
Reddit alert.
The r/gang stalking
Reddit
subreddit alert. Where it's a bunch of mentally ill people reinforcing.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's what the Reddit that's what the Reddit overlords want, bro. They literally want people to be at war with their own fucking mind so they can, you know, just do what
if that
they want
Reddit, if the r/gang stalking Reddit got nuked, or if something was to be done about it, that would only reinforce.
Oh no!
Oh yeah,
that would be a mess. That's probably why it hasn't been taken down, dude. There'd be like 100 like mass shootings happening at the same time if they took it down. Oh no, dude!
Like, they're onto us. They're onto us.
You can never take it down. Dude, you can take down every subreddit except that. That fucking sucks. That's
probably
kinda cool.
the reason I haven't done it yet, honestly. Are there any specific like evidence claims that these people? Is there any patterns in the
It's
evidence?
called. I mean, the pattern is that you call yourself a targeted individual. Is like the name that's come up for it, and the idea is like I think there's something about them like driving around in red cars and following you. I know
I've heard that. Yeah.
There's something about that they have a like a supersonic frequency wave that like they can, it's like a dog whistle but for a person that for some reason your neighbors can't hear but you can hear.
Love it.
And they'll just sit outside your house and fuck with you.
It's a new biological weapon. They have their DNA.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just loud ass people, like in the neighborhood?
There are posts here like, here's a video of the Gestapo using minors for gang stalking in Germany.
Oh no.
But there's like some really fucking, this shit's insane.
The issue is our government, these government entities do so much fucked up shit that has been declassified over the years. You can go look at that and then go look at the gang stalking subreddit. And if you say somebody's on the cusp, it is very easy, like you said, to have a bias or to be pushed over the edge in such a way. If you have like, oh, here's a video of the Gestapo doing this, the CIA has done all this fucked up shit, and all of these things start adding up. I can see how somebody who is maybe a little unstable to begin with can completely dive over the cliff.
Well, anything else you want to do? Anything you want to plug? Because that's enough of our conversation.
Yeah, you want to plug your accident you got in? Like when you're you want to plug that? Yeah, are you doing anything else?
No, it's too painful to talk about.
Aren't you doing some like animation stuff that we can?
Yeah. I've started playing around with some animation stuff. But I've been creative writing.
You're drawing.
Yeah, I've been drawing for a while actually.
Can you show us some? We could put one of them as the picture.
Ooh,
yeah,
actually.
Throw up some pictures of stick figures.
Yeah, throw up some pictures.
like a Thanksgiving hand turkey.
Yeah, put it up right now, and then we'll tell you if it sucks live for the people.
Oh, that would be epic. Epic.
I see animation number 1.
Oh no! It literally is.
Why are his legs all like
his
that?
leg is broken. What the fuck? All right,
yeah,
cool.
You can't even draw stick figures. You suck.
All right, yeah. All right. Let's close. You want to close on that? She drew a stick figure.
This girl whose name we're not going to tell you. She is doing drawings, so you should check those out. If you can find out who she is, if you see an animation somewhere, it might be hers.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure, and I will be at the Stop the Steal 2022 rally if you guys want to meet up. Bye.
I called my baby just the other day. I called my baby, but she gone away. I called my woman and she didn't reply. I wanna be with her all the time. I'm a gang stalker, baby, and I do just fine. I followed my baby to the county line. I seen my woman with another man. My heart went cold, so I thought up a plan. We're the gang stalkers, buddy, and we're everywhere. If you see a gang stalker, then you better beware. We follow you around in our bright red cars. We're all gang stalkers and we know where you are. I'm a gang stalker, but I ain't the only one. I know a gang stalker who's a hired gun. He followed my woman dressed all in black. And now my baby ain't coming back. We're the gang stalkers, buddy, and we're everywhere. If you see a gang stalker, then you better beware. We follow you around in our bright red cars. We're all gang stalkers and we know where you are. I know a gang stalker in the secret police. He burned all the records of the recent deceased. 2 weeks later and the time has passed. No nobody missing, no questions asked. We're the gang stalkers, buddy, and we're everywhere. If you see a gang stalker, then you better beware. We follow you around in our bright red cars. We're all gang stalkers and we know where you are. We're the gang stalkers, buddy, and we're everywhere. If you see a gang stalker, then you better beware.